Shabbat Shalom. In our Torah portion, Chayei Sarah, we find the story about Abraham finding a wife for his son Yitzchak. In our Sidra, Abraham sends his servant Eliezer to his birthplace, and you can read it yourself in the Torah. He finds a wonderful wife, Rivka, for his master's son. He brings Rivka, and the first reaction that many people have with our, I would say, modern Western mind when we read the story is that this is a match made without the consent of the parties, especially without the consent of Yitzchak, and Rivka gives her consent before she meets Yitzchak. And we try to relate to these marriages as something of the past, something that was done in our grandparents' time or great-grandparents, or even today in the very ultra-Orthodox communities. And it says a kernel of truth about that. This is what it seems to come from our Torah portion. However, we find a very interesting verse which I would like to explore with you today. At the end of chapter 24, we read on verse 66, a very, very long chapter, the servant told Isaac all the things that he had done. Isaac then brought her, Rivka, into the tent of his mother Sarah, and he took Rebekah, Rivka, as his wife. Isaac, Yitzchak, loved her, and thus found comfort after his mother's death. In Hebrew, Vayavea Yitzchak Aoela, Sarah imo, Vayikach et Rivka, Vatei lo leisha, Vayavea, Vayinachem Yitzchak acharei imo. The Torah tells us that first Yitzchak takes Rivka as his wife, and he took Rebekah as his wife. And then the Torah tells us Isaac loved her. We find love in our story. Love is present, but love comes only after Yitzchak makes a commitment to take Rivka as his wife. In our society, in our Western society, we say to ourselves and to everybody else who would like to listen, first I need to feel it. In order for me to love, in order for me to commit, in order for me to invest, I need to feel it first. Comes the Torah and tells us that the order, the right order according to the Torah, is a different one. First you show commitment. First you invest. First you engage in a relationship. And love comes after that. I know that is counterintuitive. I know that when you are going to listen to these words, you may say, Rabbi Kogan, this maybe it was good in the past, but it's not good for me. I like to suggest and to invite you to just to give it some thought, that this may be a way in which we can rethink our lives, our meaningful relationships, not only with our loved ones, not only with our children, with our spouses, with our parents, but also with our Judaism, with our community, with our congregation. First, we need to make a commitment. First, we need to invest in a relationship. First, we need to take Rivka as our wife. And then the Torah tells us the love is going to come. The opposite way, the American way, the first let me feel the love, the movie love, and then I am going to be able to commit myself. The Torah tells us that this is not the way of the Torah. And because the American way doesn't seem to be working so well many times, I would like to invite all of us to work on the other way, maybe on this ancient way of commitment first that has some wisdom. Maybe we can follow in the steps of our forefather Isaac, investing in love, investing in commitment, and then hopefully we are going to see the results in our lives and in the lives of our loved ones. May Hashem bless all of you with a life of commitment, with a life of love, with a peaceful and beautiful Shabbat. Shabbat Shalom.